Hi everyone. We're in another week of lockdown. My hair's getting longer and longer, and I need a haircut badly. But unfortunately, hairdressers are closed, as I'm sure a lot of you know. Anyway, what we've been doing this week, we've launched the hub. It's been amazing, to be honest. We've been super happy with how the launch has gone. There's obviously some issues. That's going to be natural, but I think that we've got over 900 subscribers already. It's great. It's going really well. I'm really happy with how many prizes we got together. I'm sure a lot of you seen from a lot of our sponsors, Sex, Beyond, Skin Baron is a new sponsor to they're not a sponsor of Endpoint, but a new sponsor getting in for UKIC. We've got overclockers coming in as well, Noble chairs, and obviously FACEIT prizes as well, which is great. We want to do it so obviously people who get top of the leaderboards can win prizes. We've made the prizes split between all divisions, so it's all the same mounts in each division. But we want to also make it so social interactions, for winning a Noble chair for the best clip of the month, Beyond's packages as well for second, third, fourth, and fifth. We're going to be doing monthly giveaways, so there's a giveaway going on right now for a knife. So yeah, it's not just for people that do well, but it's also people that interact with us on socials. I've been noticing already, which is great. A lot more people in the UK I find are doing content all of a sudden, and just posting clips, but also doing their own content since the Academy stuff came out. And that's the whole goal of it, really. Get people to build their brands, and that's awesome to see.
Whitey here, episode 4 of the ROG Academy. Today I'm just going to be talking a bit about our newly announced hub, how well it's gone, what the hub's going to be used for, the connections it's going to have to help UK players outside of the academy, and all sorts like that. But so far, the hub, I'm really happy with how it's gone. The rebrand's been really good. A lot of people seem to be enjoying it. Very, very minimal amounts of people complaining, which is a good thing. And like I've said before, if people have any issues, please chuck me a message or chuck one of the admins messages, some feedback. We're always welcome to feedback. This is a learning process for us all inside the academy, inside the hub. It's always a learning process for us all, myself and at Endpoint, and even the UKIC admins and moderators themselves. But yeah, today going to be talking about how the hub is going to be a scouting ground, how it's going to be used for people outside of the academy, how I'm going to use it to help people scout, and how I'm going to scout from it as well. So basically the hub is going to essentially be a scouting grounds for myself, for Endpoint, and even for external teams out there. Now the first point I wanted to say is the way I would use it if I ever needed to is, say for example, my original process of the academy. I get my final 5 and a player doesn't seem to work out, and I need to find a player. I would obviously use my original applications from prior, but I'd also use the hub as well to scout players from it. So if someone's performing a ridiculous amount, he's winning the hub every week, he's played in the FPLC qualifiers, he's done really well there, it could be a potential player that could fit into the academy. Now I'm not 100% on that, but I know full well that I could easily scout in the circuit players that have potential. That's just one point that it could be used for the academy. Obviously, I'm hoping that the original process that we have will have our final 5, and it will stick, and it will grow. But there will be times that I will need to scout from the hub when, let's say, 2 of my players go on to better things, or they play in another team and they get better, they go on to bigger things basically. And that's when I'll go to the circuit and I will use that scouting ground to find my replacement. Not only this, I think the hub itself, I can use my connections and the people I know in the scene to get players opportunities outside of the UK and even inside the UK. I know a lot of teams and I know a lot of people in the UK, and I know people need players every now and then. And what I want the hub to become is a place where people can find their perfect fit or their perfect replacement, where people can build a team from the circuit. This is why I always talk about social networking when it comes to players within the hub. Let's say, for example, 2 players are grinding in one division and they both have the same ambitions to build a team and make a team and grow and prac hard. You might find a player in that hub and you could find that perfect example of what you wanted to build. And that's the whole point of social networking, using the hub as a scouting ground, using the hub as like a place where people can build something together. But yeah, overall, the hub itself is going to become a scouting ground for me, Endpoint, people within the UK. And not only this, I want to, if a player is doing really well in the hub, and like I said, he's playing in the FPLC qualifiers and he's doing really well, I really want to branch him out to other opportunities outside of the UK, European teams that might need a player. And not only this, it might not even take my help to get him into that next team. There might be a European team that is seeing this guy playing in these FPLC qualifier spots, playing really, really well. Might not be winning them, playing really, really well, coming really, really close, or even winning them, and going, "God, he could be a good trial for us." And that's the way you get yourself out there a bit more. And as I said, this hub and the circuit is going to be a lot more use for just the academy itself. It's going to help a lot of UK players and teams, I hope. This is just a foundation, as I said in my previous video.
Hi guys, it's Sammy again. I'm just going to walk you through some of the behind the scenes decision making for the UKIC rebrand that we did. So previously it was called the UKCircuit, but we wanted to include Ireland as part of it. But UK and Ireland circuit was just a bit too long to have as text in a logo. So I shortened it down to UK and I, and then eventually UKIC, which is what you see in the current logo. And I was playing around with different kind of wordmark variations and colors and stuff. And then I started introducing this star shape, which I thought was pretty cool, but I just hadn't decided how to incorporate it yet. And then just playing around with different kind of layouts, different shapes, different accents. So like this triangle bit on the U. And then eventually for the wordmark, I ended up on this design, which I thought was pretty cool. It's quite simple, and it has a sort of shooting star shape above the eye, which I thought was pretty cool because it represents like kind of success and striving for goals, which suits the kind of like path to pro model of the FACEIT Hub. And there's something else cool about the star symbol is that it could be used for like a sub badge. So that's what we have over here as like a kind of first draft sub badge design. And then moving on, we've got this big mess of a document, but I'll just zoom in and hide that. So once we had the wordmark finalized, I was playing around with different kind of ways to make it more of a kind of traditional tournament organizer logo. So I started off using like shields, and then I tried this sort of wreath kind of like crest design, which I thought was pretty cool, and ended up making the final logo. And I was playing around with like the flags, the UK and Ireland flags, which also made the final logo. And something else I was trying was playing around with keeping it black and white, which works for the UK flag, but for the Ireland flag, obviously you can't really tell that it's an Ireland flag. It's just like 3 stripes. Yeah, and then I was playing around with sort of simplifying bits and taking things away and then adding them back in. But we ended up on this design over here, where this was the sub badge with the star in it from before, but just in the same shield shape that we have now for the logo. And we've sort of like kept with the theme of the stars as well. So we've got 5 stars up at the top, 1 in the middle. It's just sort of like a kind of motif to represent like success and stuff that I mentioned earlier. So yeah, here was the final kind of logo proposal. So against black, against white, the word mark and the sub badge. And something else I thought was pretty cool was for the main graphics that we'd post on social media, I've used the star above the eye as like a background shape, and it's pretty like subtle and it's only just the outline, but it's just a cool bit of texture to add to the backgrounds that I thought was pretty nice and like match the theme. And then we've also got the colors of the flag up at the top as well. So yeah, that's about it from me. I hope you guys like the rebrand, and I hope I did the circuit justice because it's obviously quite a known brand already, an established brand. But yeah, I saw quite a lot of support for the rebrand on Twitter, so I appreciate that, guys. And yeah, I'll see you when the next graphics thing comes along.
So obviously we've now taken over the UKIC, and with that their socials. We really want to be able to promote our hub members, so if you're streaming games from the hub, make sure to tag UKCircuit on Twitter, and then we'll retweet that, and hopefully you'll get a few more viewers, a few more followers. We recently did a clip competition for the Endpoint clan within the hub. The best clip submitted on socials within a time frame won 40k FACEIT points, and the winner for this one was LVN, who did a really nice 4k, and I had a funny little scream on the end. So feel free to submit funny clips as well as really pro clips. We'll share both of them. We've now taken this further with the UKIC. On a monthly basis, we are going to ask hub members to submit their best clips and hashtag that with UKIC moment. We will retweet some of these clips so they'll be seen by a wider audience. Hopefully you'll get some more interaction on your posts. At the end of the month, once we've collected all the clips, we'll put them forward in front of a panel of judges, and then those judges will decide who had the best clip. Tobin, our video editor, will then edit the clip together, and that will be used to showcase who won. This will be posted on UKIC Twitter and then retweeted by Endpoint. So you've got a chance to get your clip out there in front of a lot of people, and a lot of people will get to see just how good you are at CSGO. There are 5 prizes to be won. 4 of the prizes are vouchers for Beyond Energy, which is cool because then you get to drink that while you're grinding and power through those leagues. The very best clip will win a Noble Chairs, which is obviously an amazing prize, and it's already sparked a lot of competition. We've seen some absolutely banging clips, so if you want to get on board and get yourself a chance to win a share, make sure you submit a clip and use the hashtag UKICMoment. Good luck.
I just want to talk about how impressed I am with the people that are grinding the hub so far. Since launch, there's been a massive amount of Q pops, which is obviously games popping on the FACEIT if no one knows what that is. And there's people that are just actively looking to better their CS careers or even their CS skill because they're just grinding and playing. The first day we had a ridiculous amount of games going on. And so far, you know, since then, we've had still a lot of games being played, a lot of people grinding. And the main thing that I wanted to talk about and the thing I wanted to point out was so far, prizes are done every 2 weeks. Now, there's people in PL, just for an example, that have played 30 to 46, 47 games. They're nowhere near the prize region unless they go on some crazy winning streak. But they're still grinding and trying to win every game for other people and to benefit their skill, you know, to improve. They're learning. And we had this stigma in the circuit before where if you wasn't in the top 10 or top 6, whatever, people below wouldn't really play. They'd only play if their mates begged them or asked them to play. Or they were bored. Now we've got players actively trying to play every day to better themselves and to better their career if they wanted one. So that's amazing to me and it impresses me a lot. Just another small note. I'm upgrading my setup quite a lot. I'm trying to put a lot of effort into making my setup really good for the content that I'm going to be pushing out with my own content and obviously Endpoint content. Got myself a new mic, got a sound mixer. Yeah, I'm just overall trying to benefit my setup to make sure the content is best as possible for you guys. There's nothing better than if a guy's, you know, pushing out content with really good sound quality, etc. So yeah, I'm trying to benefit myself in that way. I'm willing to, you know, invest into myself to give back to you guys because the response so far has been amazing and I want to make it even better.
So yeah, the other thing that we've been doing this week is, you know, we can bang on about how as much as we like about we're taking a hard stance on toxicity and racism, general gross misconducts. But what are we actually doing to solve that? What we're working on in the background right now with Adam, who's a software developer, he's working on, we're calling it the Sentinel Bot. It's basically going to be one master bot and there's going to be 50 of his minions who are, every time a match starts in the Discord, it's going to instantly put a Discord bot in there as well and do voice recordings. That, you know, that data will be deleted after 7 days automatically if there's no reports on the matches. But if we're really looking to get rid of racism and, you know, homophobia and xenophobia and everything and toxicity in general matches, you know, the number one issue we always have is there's no evidence, so it's hard to ban without evidence. There's no escaping this. You know, this will make it life a million times easier for our awesome admin team. You know, if someone said something in a match, we can just go and check it. There's a lot of coding going into it, and Adam's doing a fantastic job with it. So we'll see. You may see us testing it out on some Discords and stuff. I mean, you never know throughout the week, but that's going to be a huge step in terms of getting rid of toxicity and racism. Now, obviously, since we've incorporated the UK and Ireland into the circuit, we've been looking at how we can incorporate Ireland more into our circuit. We've been having conversations with the Irish League guys on how we can you know, work together, how we can actually progress the Irish scene for the best of its ability. It's definitely something we're not ignoring. You know, there are always going to be issues. There's always going to be issues with, you know, attitudes between the two countries. We don't really care about the politics. We want it just to be a place where everyone can play and everyone can have a path to pro. Everyone can have a casual, good time and just in general enjoy it. So we're working closely with the Irish League to hopefully help, you know, just generally do stuff together and actually benefit the Irish scene instead of just benefiting just the UK. So that's generally my update for the week, and see you in the next episode.
I know Pete's going to be talking about the hub itself more in depth, so I won't touch on it too much, but I just want to say, like, so far we've got like 940 or 900 plus subs or something like that. Pete can confirm. And I'm just like, it's only growing, and I'm really happy to see that people have come away from the old atmosphere of the old circuit, the old hub. It was toxic, it was this, it was that, and they've really trusted our promise that we are working really hard to make sure it's a much more friendly environment, a much more nicer place to play in, and not only that, really molding that path to pro model. And I think players are starting to see where we're coming from with that. So overall, I'm really happy with it. As I said at the start of this video, if there's any feedback that you guys want to give me, or any questions about the hub, or any things you'd like to see change in the next coming weeks, just chuck me a message, man. As I said before, I'm willing to learn, Endpoint's willing to learn, the moderators and admins are willing to learn, and who knows, something that you might want to change within the hub might get pushed through. You might have an amazing idea. So if you have any feedback or there's something you want to change, then just chuck me a message. Going on from that, I just wanted to say one thing. Big shout out to all the guys, you know, all the Endpoint staff behind the scenes, you know, all the guys that worked on this project, all the admins, moderators, everyone that works in the circuit for putting a shift in to get this up and running in good time. These guys don't get mentioned enough because they're behind the scenes. I just wanted to say, like, big shout out to them guys. They do a lot of work and they're helping me out massively, helping everyone out really to get the circuit running smoothly. And I just wanted to say to players, you know, these guys do this out of their spare time, and all they're trying to do is make a better environment for you, a better place for you to play, a place where you can grow, and they're doing that out of their own, you know, their own will. So be a bit more nicer to admins when it comes to it. Just remember, they are trying to help you. So yeah, just be nice. But yeah, other than that, I'm looking forward to the next ROG Academy episode. We're coming up to the next stages soon. I don't want to talk about it too much because this is primarily about the hub. But soon enough, you'll see a new episode coming out for the Academy. Really excited to do that. But yeah, overall, it's working really well at the moment, the Academy and the hub. It's a very nice environment. It's good to see UK players connecting once again. Hopefully, some more good things to come. But yeah, keep grinding the hub, keep playing, and hopefully we'll see some good things. Enjoy.